We are live. Hey guys, how are we all? Hey Kyle, Mark. All right. Well, do you want to do a virus update, Luby?
Of course. Hello, guys. Thank you for following. It's kind of our tradition now, and we getting ready for the Saturday night here in Ukraine. And thank you very much for spending this hour with us. So about statistics. So for today, we have 14,710 cases in general. It's 376 deaths and 2,909 people recovered. In Odessa region right now, it's 619 cases. In Kiev, 959, and in Kiev region, it's 1,700. So unfortunately, we still have a lot of cases, and I'm just trying to find. It's about 500 actually each day. But the good news is that, yes, Kyle, thank you. It's a victory day today. It's a very big holiday. And the good news is that from Monday, the quarantine is getting to be a little bit softer. So what it means that they're gonna allow people to walk in the parks. They will allow people to go to some public areas. The restaurant's gonna be the only summer terrace, like outdoor terrace, gonna be open. They say that museums and libraries going to be open. Honestly, it's like the first need for people. Just Ukrainian people adore going to the libraries. Striker is gonna be your first go out. Then they say that sport teams gonna start training for the seasons. So maybe they're expecting some games. That is a good news as well. And also, they gonna open barber shops, and they're gonna open the salons. Even they kind of was open, as you can see. Striker has a new haircut.
I had to knock on the back door.
Yeah, they was like they cover the windows. But anyway, everything it seems a little bit better, a little bit softer, and this is gonna be till 22nd of May. On 22nd of May, they're gonna open up even more. They're gonna tell us what will be next, and we hope that it is the start of something great and positive for all of us who are dreaming to travel, see each other, and be able to walk without masks.
Cool. Hey guys, Ian, how are you? Alex. Thanks, guys, for joining us. And just asking about news on the airports. There is some news articles, but the trouble is with the news over here, it's sort of not very. I mean, I guess it's a problem all over the world. The news is not super reliable, but they're sort of saying like one of the articles said autumn or something like that. So, but we really don't know. So not tomorrow, on Monday when they open up these terraces and these restaurants, we're going to go and check it out and maybe make a video and show you guys what's actually happening. I've got a feeling it's going to be pretty busy. That's my gut feeling. I think
today, if you want to Google it, 9th of May, today, like even Odessa, have a look. It's like thousands of people outside. It's not super good, of course, but they were wearing masks. But it's a big holiday, and people need to go and put the flowers near one of the biggest and most memorable memorial. So yeah, we're gonna do the video, and we're gonna update you. So as Striker said, there are some information, even like it's saying by some politicals, but it is nothing confirmed. It's nothing on the official website. They just giving their hypothetical prognosis, and I think it will be worldwide when it will be open, like really. So definitely in summer there are going to be flights within Ukraine. They will start it, and but right now just stay home, stay in your country, do all your stuff. So make sure that after the borders are open, you're available to travel. All your stuff that you need to be doing at home, it's done. So
cool. Okay. All right. So the video today is about Heart Rocket. So we're getting people like asking us about it, and we kind of mention it sort of here and there, but we've never really talked about it because of this lockdown. So we actually launched it just before the lockdown, and about 10 guys signed up, and they were giving us feedback, and they have been giving us feedback, which has been really good. And then like a week later, pretty much the week that we were going to do like the proper launch, the lockdown came. So we sort of didn't talk about it or anything like that, but we have still been working on it. I'm working on it full time. So we're going to tell you what's in it, what it does, what problems it solves. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, just one more thing about airports. Like I'm reading, the Czech Airlines has become one of the first airlines. So Czech Republic really, like, they does open, and they kind of more opening about that. But I've been talking. I have a friend. He's a pilot captain for Turkish Airlines, and you know that almost all flights are going through that. And he just messaged me. He said that, you know, I'm going on Kuala Lumpur, and I said, so what, are you traveling? He said, no, it's only cargo flights. And he said no international flights whatsoever. So I think that pilots, government, like whoever will inform me first and tell Luba, you know, we are on our way. So we're gonna inform you, and I promise I will do update as soon as possible.
cool.
And today we're gonna talk about Heart Rocket. It's our project, and yes, a lot of guys have been asking about that. We are proud of what we did. It was 8 months for us to create that, and even like for this 2 months that we have quarantine, every single day Striker was keep working and making the site looks better. And it's time for us to tell actually what is that and what is inside that. How did we come to this idea, Striker?
I don't even know. We sort of threw some ideas around, and then the biggest problem that there was out there was the lack of information in one place, I guess. Like there's bits of information, but a lot of this information is put out by agencies because they want to convince you to come with them. So it's a little bit tricky to sort of pick through and believe what's true and what's not true, is what I should probably say. And so that's what happened to me. And if any of you guys, I know some of you guys in here have already been over to Ukraine and you've used some of these companies, and you would have the same thoughts as I do, is that you sort of put your faith in it and then you go and do it. And when it doesn't work, you're back to square one. You really didn't know anything. So then you start researching and you find these forums and you find all the information. We wanted to make it so that any guy that goes over there, before he gets on the plane, he knows everything that I've learned. He knows everything that Luba has learned over her 10 years of working for these agencies, the good and the bad, and the mindset of the Ukrainian woman, dating etiquette, but also like the scams to watch out for, how the scams work. Because if you understand how they work, you can avoid them really easily. So that's why we started building the course. And so we started writing down ideas, and it just grew and it grew and it grew. And even when we were doing the videos, we're thinking, we better do this video because if they think this and they need to know about this. And so it ended up being about 50 videos by the end of it. Like I remember counting them once. We sort of thought, well, how many videos do you think of these? And it was 50. And we added up the time it would take to watch them, and it was back to back would be about 12 hours. So it's very comprehensive. This is not a a half an hour course or something like that. It's very comprehensive of how the industry works, and everything that goes around it like that. So,
and it's definitely not that just the top of the iceberg.
Yeah. So
it's not. It's like it's the full iceberg. You're gonna dive deep and see everything that me and Striker kind of knows.
Yeah, and a few people have asked, are they just videos that we've got on YouTube that we've like repackaged? The answer is no. They're all specially made for this course. You watch them in sequence, and by the end of it, and it basically covers getting ready to go over to Ukraine, while you're in Ukraine, and then when you return, some advice for if it doesn't work out for you. But we've made it in a way that you can just digest a bit at a time until you basically know everything there is to know. But then we knew that people were going to say, well, what agency should I use now? And of course, Luba has all these agencies because she's been working with them for years and years. She knows them on a very, I should say, professional, but also friendly level as well. So they would never give Luba a scammer or a lady that's not serious, or just a lady to just, because he wants to date a lady that's 30-year age gap or something like that. So they trust her and she trusts them. So we give you these contacts for these agencies, and Luba can probably tell you a little bit more about the agency.
Yeah, so we'll come back a little bit for the course. First of all, Matt, thank you for watching. We didn't put update Matt is the guy who has already done the course. We hope that you enjoy it and everything is good, and you may even start contacting somebody from the agencies, even though you can't really travel right now. But we our thing is that like when you do the course, then you have access to that, and you can use it anytime. You can listen to that. It's not that we're gonna close your account and you will not be able to get into the course, but we will update. Like we may update something if
we do have some things to add to it, don't we, that we sort of
so we're gonna do that, and of course, like it will be at no cost. Like you can just we're gonna inform you by email or something like that, like that we have update, and you can listen and watch it. So yes, course cover everything that you need to know before you come to Ukraine, while you're here, after you went home. Some travel hints that I think is very important, because a lot of guys whom we do the coaching calls, they say that even they travel all over the world, Ukraine is a little bit different, has a little bit different dynamics. So I want guys to be safe. I want guys to know everything, what to avoid, like where to go. And it's not just about scammers, it's just about some places and things that you would never even think about that. And of course, when you come to a different country, you just want to be relaxed. You don't want to be overthinking stuff and be suspicious. I remember when I was talking to Kyle, and he said that how safe it was in Belarus, that he was like turning around and like 2 a.m. he was walking with his lady. So I want you to know that. I want guys to be comfortable. I want them to be not like newbie and like absolutely stranger to the country. After you do the course, I want you to feel that you first of all have support, that we're going to cover right now. We'll talk about that, and you have information, because I think that if you own that, this is the best what you can do for yourself. About agencies, yes, over the years of experience working for different companies, I was thinking what is the best way of doing that, how to make sure that the guy is really successful, even if I'm on his side or if I'm somewhere away. But I want them to be able to communicate with the ladies, and I want them to see the ladies before they come. It was kind of my point, or at least I want them, if like the guy is coming in a short notice, I want the guys to know that they're going to be a lady for sure who he will meet. It's not that he is coming and then there's maybe, some agency, maybe they will arrange. No, I want him to talk to the agency. I want the agency to know them. I want the agency to think about possible lady that they want to introduce. I want him to choose the lady, and I want him to come on 1st of June, for example, and 2nd of June, I want him to go on a date. I want him to start going on the dates like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of June, and then maybe after that going on a second date. This is how I see that. This is how I see it works. This is how I see I create couples. So and this is like when I was working by myself, like it was very limited. Like my opportunities were very limited about how can I spread this, like how can I tell guys like, hey guys, here's such a great opportunity. And it's actually like how we come to this idea with Striker, because we become a team of like technical experience part, and everything is mixed together to be able to share with you this information and make sure that you know where to go, what to do, and who to contact. So I
was just going to say the whole idea, I probably should have said this at the start, but the whole idea behind it, like I've been through these agencies, and I've looked around and I've thought, why is this like this? Why is this like this? Why is this not set up for the guy to have the best chance possible? And obviously because it's they probably make a lot of money. So the whole thing about Heart Rock is it's the practical way to date. It's everything that we do, or that you guys are going to do, is going to put things into your favor. You, not a group of guys, not an agency, not restaurants, not scammers. You have to make the decision that's going to be right for you. So that's the overall picture of what Heart Rocket is. It's very practical.
But also agencies, like what I want to say about agencies is that I've been by myself. Like I know that a lot of guys are looking for some contacts, and they kind of like, everybody's so curious about Belarus, but there's something that stopped them. And I think that what stopped them is lack of information. It's lack of like in Ukraine, it's kind of like any city you would go, you will find an agency with us or without us, whatever. Belarus is kind of more reserved about that, because you need to have a license there. And so agencies, even I would tell you that the partners that we have. It is actually in 2 different cities, very different cities. One in Minsk, that is like capital, and like it's not like Kiev, of course not. It's very different. And another one, it's actually a smaller city, very interesting. In some way, there's religious ladies, so it can be good for the guys who are looking for that. There's a like very, very interesting and good agency. They're working for more than 20 years. So it's not that it's just agencies who came to the industry with without like any, just like they're new and they don't know how to match people. They have a lot of couples, and so this agent, like we have agencies all over Ukraine. But as Striker mentioned, this is not just the random agencies or like the agency that I find online and I decide to put them. No, I have a very strict way how to understand that this agency is legit. First of all, right now we have agencies only with whom I've been working on my own, and if I'm telling you right now that bad agencies, they don't want to work with me. As soon as I like open my mouth and I talk to them, and like the way I put the rules and like say how it's going on with our clients, and a lot of agencies, they just like somebody recommend and I contact, like how I do it. It's either I know the agency, or maybe like some really like client recommends that, I've been working with this agency or something. I contact them, I tell them our rules, I tell them that they can't shit with our clients, they can't do anything, and like they scared, they don't want to have reviews, like bad reviews, because I said, if you fuck up with our clients, it's gonna be probably game over for you, because
in your account inside HeartRocket. So basically the way that it works is you have an account in there. There are different applications that you can use to help you along your journey that we're going to talk about. But we also want the guys to, when they've been to an agency, we want them to come back and write a review, and they can basically write a review and say if it was good or how was the service. And that's going to influence other guys to use these agencies. These agencies know that. We did a video a little while ago about, I can't remember what the video was called, but we talk about that an agency can be good, and there could be ladies in this agency that the agency knows they're not that serious, but they're the draw cards, right? And a lot of guys get caught up with these draw cards. With us, we have very strict rules with these agencies to not give the guys the girl that just wants to go out for dinner, or the girl that kind of is looking for someone if the perfect man comes, but is happy to go on all these dates. So that's how. So if you went to these agencies like without our recommendation or without your name going through us, that could possibly happen. But the agencies are scared to do that because obviously they're going to lose clients if someone writes a bad review. So that's pretty much it with the agencies. That's a big part of it, because it's all good and well knowing all the information, but if you don't know which agencies are going to help you, then it's really not that useful. In the big scheme of things. And the thing is too is that, like, one thing you have to understand is that these agencies that are out there, the way that it kind of works is that they go to these other agencies, good, bad, whatever, and they say, look, we've got guys coming over, can you supply the ladies, and we will pay you some money, less than what you charge people normally, because we're going to give you a lot of work. And then they mark up the dating of the ladies to the guys, and that's why these agencies are charging thousands and thousands of dollars. So we don't do that. We give you the agency contact, and you go directly. You can talk to all the agencies and see which one wants to work with you. And you pay the agency. Some of them do packages. It might be like $3,000 or $2,000 or $5,000, whatever, depending on how far you go. Or you can just pay for individual dates. And some of them have a deal.
And we did the video last week talking about the pricing, like how much it would cost you. And honestly, it's the most how actually it started. When we create a course, we want guys we want you to have information. We want you to just be educated and know how Ukrainian ladies operate. Because even today we have a call with a guy, and he said that he used to the ladies who are very emotional, they give the feedback about everything. Ukrainian ladies are more reserved. And I even mentioned to him that I've been talking to one of the ladies in Belarus, and we will do the video, the difference between Ukrainian and Belarusian ladies, and please follow it. If you consider going to Belarus, it's going to be interesting. But she said that they even more reserved, and the guy was like, wow, really? And we just I lost my thought.
Okay, no, that's cool. Like, I mean,
Yeah, just you need to know that we're there on your site, and the ladies that you're gonna contact, you will be easily get reached to. And this is actually the point. I get back to my idea. So at the beginning it was educational. So we want you to know everything, and which agency you're gonna use in the future, we don't mind. We decide that it is a good idea if you have contacts of the legit agency that we trust. But if you want to go to the social, if you want to go on a group tour, and we cover that in the course, we discuss, we don't ever say that this is something good and this is something bad. No, we give you pros and cons on every possible way how you can do it. Group tour, executive client, VIP tour, whatever, everything. And we say pros and cons, and you decide what is best for you. So that is why it's so important that, if you already in touch with some lady, for example, you do a letter writing that we don't support, but anyway, we don't mind. You can do any way you want. You can use our agencies. You can keep in touch with the agency that you already started. We just want you to not be fooled. We want you to be informed. That's this is our main aim. And plus with agencies, you got directory. Tell a little bit about directory, and I will add.
Okay, so this is a real problem for all guys, myself as well, is that when you're over there and you try, when you're in the West and you want to find anything, it's so easy with your phone. You can just Google and it's up in a split second, right? But in Ukraine, it's harder because they don't really cater to the English, I guess, speaking people as much. So you're limited in what you're actually going to be able to find. And lucky for me, like on my last trip, I suppose you'd call it, I had Luba, so I could get Luba to sort of find things out and look for things for me. But if you're doing it yourself, it's a real pain. It is such a pain. It's frustrating, and you don't know what the website says. You've got to try and get it translated, and it's just a real nightmare. So what we did is we created a directory for all the cities where the agencies are in, and it has accommodation in there. It has restaurants. If you want to choose, I don't know, a French restaurant, you can choose a French restaurant. And it's easy to search. So that's all you need. It's got activities. It's got stuff that you can do that may interest you just while you're sitting around doing nothing. So
it's easy for you to navigate, because as Striker mentioned, you can even choose every restaurant. I put Striker create the categories, and I just add is it a Georgian restaurant, is it Japanese restaurant, is it European, or maybe it's Japanese and European, because I know that a lot of girls like sushi and the guys don't like them, and so that's why you need to go somewhere that is combining. And what is very important is that you're gonna know which places you should avoid, and you know what we're talking about. So you're gonna have all information about that. And also a lot of guys, even in last video, the guys say, oh, there's a very expensive to go out to eat. Of course, if the lady is taking you, and if she's doing that for living, she's just taking guys to the restaurants, of course she will want, she's with Western guy, of course she want to go to the nice more expensive restaurant. But we have places that we recommend. We just most of the places is where I've been personally as well when I was with my wing woman, so I know pros and cons of these restaurants as well. And we have links to the TripAdvisor, to their own website, and we have phone numbers, so you can make a reservation, and the host should speak English, or you can ask me to do it, not a problem. So anyway, this information is very, very usable. And also ideas for dates, because a lot of guys come and they ask ladies, what do you want to do? But we want you to arrange everything, and we want you to impress her, and just tell her we are going to the horseback riding, and she would what? Or you would say, we're going to bowling. I book the time for us. She would be just speechless. I promise you. So this is our main goal. We want you, we want you to have us, but nobody should know about us. And it seems that you arrange everything by yourself. Yeah,
cool. Okay, so and Luba sort of touched on it then. We've talked about these restaurants that incentivize ladies to date there, right? So we know about that. We've talked about it many times in videos. So lucky for us, we know what those restaurants are. We can't be 100% sure that's all of them, because they change all the time. One might be good and now it's bad. New ones open up. But the reason why we put that list in there, and we also put a map in there as well, so you know how far away you are from one, is so that you can identify a lady. If a lady is trying to drag you to one of these restaurants and you say, I'm not going, or whatever, you shouldn't be letting her decide anyway. And she says, well, what about this one? And she's just picking off restaurants on these lists. You get a pretty pretty clear picture of like what her intention is. So that's why it's there. It may seem like it's nothing, but any guy that's been over here and ended up with these big bills and restaurants, you will know the importance of it. So we also another thing that the problem that we wanted to solve was support, right? And it's good to have someone that you can just quickly rely on. So we came up with like 2 levels of support. You don't have to do, if you do the course, you don't have to do the support, but we do give you a month of support for free to sort of help you put a plan in place or whatever. So there's 2 levels of support. One is a basic support, which gives you all of the stuff we're talking here, and also you can email backwards and forwards or chat with us if you've got any questions or you're stuck or something like that. Then there's another level of support, which we've called it next level. And it's basically you have a virtual wing woman. So you will have Luba at this stage that you can contact, and you can say, Luba, can you organize a restaurant for me in Milady? I can't be bothered doing it, or I don't know how to do it, or I'm stuck. I just want it ordered and done, and I want roses on the table for 7 o'clock at her favorite restaurant, blah, blah, blah. And then it's done. She's going to think that you've done it. I mean, you don't have to mention us. You can just say, oh, I've got people that I know in Ukraine that do this for me. So, and anything that you get stuck with, we can help you with. So whether it's at a restaurant, whether it's your hotel you've got problems with, and then afterwards, like when you've returned, if you're having problems with communication with her or something doesn't seem right. I mean, we had a call this morning with a guy, and that was kind of about that, wasn't it? It was about he was having some sort of relationship problems, but a lot of it comes down to misunderstanding Ukrainian lady. So yeah, what do you want to say? Do you want to say anything about support, Luba?
I'm just reading some questions.
Okay, let's have a look at questions.
Yeah, John Wilson, if you want to know the general how much it costs to come to Ukraine, on our opinion, and what is the best what's the best way to do it, like you watch the video from last Saturday, please. And if you want to see our product, it's heartturkey.com. You can go to the website and like see what we're offering and like what kind of support you can get there. Or if you want, you can just book a call and we will answer all your questions. We still do our calls, and like even people can't travel right now, but people do have a lot of questions about their current relationship, about their future relationship. Unfortunately, like I see the dynamic that we more likely right now working with the guys who got sucked in, how you call it, into the letter writing. And they kind of understand that something is not right, but they don't want to believe in that. And that's why they think, okay, I'm going to contact Luba and Striker. Unfortunately, Luba and Striker can't tell anything good about that. And like Striker is just working on like finding out that these ladies are not existing, or they're using a different name or different like country or whatever. So we do have these calls, but if you're thinking about preparing for your future arrival, if you're thinking about coming over, you should contact us, and we're definitely gonna navigate you. I would say this way, I would put it this way, we will navigate you what is the best way for you to do, because I understand that a lot of guys, like, we don't know where it's gonna be open, but there's a way to communicate with the lady right now, but communicate not through the letter writing website, not through the like just miracle lady that say that she has no time to do a Viber call. She has no time for video. She's sitting home for 24/7, but she has no time for that. So if you don't want to do that, if you do want to meet real lady and see her before your arrival, so it is possible. What can I tell you?
Okay, so we also, now this is something that I have a vision for it, and I went on a couple of group tours, and there is value in the group tour, okay? The value comes from the support from other guys when it doesn't work. Maybe if it does work, that's support as well. But you do become, we've talked about it before in videos, that you do become like quite good friends with these guys, because you have the same mindset. You're trying to do something that's a little bit different that nobody else, your other friends, would sort of realize or understand. So you do become friends with these guys, and you stay in contact through the good times and through the bad times. So I've built in there like a community. It's kind of like a Facebook, I suppose. And I would really like it to like be something that where the guys like support each other. They can meet up with each other if they're in Ukraine at the same time. They can share information. We're also going to be asking the agencies to put information in there as well, kind of like Facebook, how it's got like a feed, and that might be information that they want to share with you. Maybe it's a new lady in the database. Maybe it's a video that they just posted on YouTube that has some great information or something like that. So that's something that that I would love for it to like take off and really everybody help each other. The thing with this is that it only works if people use it. So it's not something that we can really control in the sense of will people use it. So that's my idea and my vision. So, I mean, all of those things together solve problems that I had when I was when I went over to Ukraine. The biggest one was the support. Like that, I've told the story before about the limousine with Luba when I was with my girlfriend in Odessa, and we were going to go back to Kiev. And I didn't want to just fly back. It was getting late. I wanted to hire a nice car, and we could just drive back and just chill out in the back of the car and spend some time together. And I couldn't figure out how to do it I couldn't find a nice car. I didn't know what I was looking for. I just texted Luba. I said, Luba, can you get me a nice car? Anyway, 2 hours later, Luba turns up in a white stretch limousine. I didn't organize anything. I just sat by the pool with her drinking like champagne. So in her eyes, in my girlfriend's eyes, or the girl I was dating, I should say, we'll be dating for like 6 weeks or something. In her eyes, she was like, how the hell did he just turn up with a white stretch limousine into the car park with like champagne and snacks in the back? So gives me points, you know, even though Luba did it. And that's the idea behind it, you know. So makes you look good, makes it easier, less stress. All of these things, they will add up.
By the way, we also cover in the course, just like John Wilson inspired me to say that, that in the course, like Striker talk about dating apps. He talk about using dating apps and cover a little bit like which one should you use or which one you shouldn't. And it's possible. As I said, we want you to try your best. If you want to pick up a girl in a bar, you can do it. And soon I'm going to come with some idea for that a bit later. But anyway, like if you want to like talk to somebody on the street, you can do it. If you want to go to the beach and just like lay down and there is a lot of girls around, it's perfect if you start talking to them. It like you will be laughing. It's just normal random like people. But we want you to watch out for some red flags that we cover. That's why you don't like if some guys don't like. There's some guys who contact us and they say, I don't want to use any agency. I'm sick of that. I don't want, and it's fine. You just like we don't push you. Like we don't. Not it's maybe bad to say that we don't care, but it doesn't matter for us like where you go and how. We want you to be safe and we want you to be educated. As easy as that. So if you John Wilson, like you don't want to like use an agency and you want to come for the holiday, it makes me even more happy. I want you to come explore Ukraine, and also we have in directory I put the things to explore Ukraine and Belarus, where to go, what to see, what is more interesting, and you can choose. Like for some guys it's going to be interesting to see some cathedrals, some castles, some military stuff, some aircraft stuff. So there's a lot of things on a different taste. So yeah. So
yeah. So the course, when you do the course, you'll learn what all of the different things do. Like some of these agencies have like VIP tours, they have group tours, they have individual matchmaking. You can just use dating apps. You'll learn about every single one of these things, and then you will pick one, or you might pick two, and you might have a plan A and a plan B. Because before I went, I didn't know what anything was. I just trusted what was out there, and you kind of fingers crossed, and you sort of find it out sort of the hard way. So that's kind of the idea sort of behind it. You choose what's best for you, and we support you whatever that choice is. Pretty much wraps that up. Okay, so that's pretty much it, really, isn't it, Luba?
Yeah. Just see the message. Maybe I should say it. Just read it while I.
Okay, let's have a look at some messages here.
No, some that.
Huh? My first trip. No. Yeah, I mean, look, there are so many ways to do it. Like for every guy that's for every 1,000 guys that have like failed, there'll be some guy that says, "Hey, look, I went to one of these agencies and I was successful." And then, you know, so there's always this our approach is a practical approach. We take away all the wishy-washy, lovey-dovey, find your soulmate, destiny. We don't care about any of that stuff. Okay, we want you to just think about it in a practical way and then go and do it. That stuff comes later, man. Just it's got nothing to do with planning your trip at the start. It's just So Doc says,
guys, there are some questions about like legit agencies and stuff. Like honestly, we we're going to talk about that personally, one-on-one with each guy who need this information. So we're open to have a Skype call with the guys. Somebody was asking before, it's $65. You can book it through the website. There's like a couple of hours a day that we're available. And we're going to discuss with you and tell you, because I've been working for the socials, and I do think that for some guys, like especially for the guys who know everything, I think it's very cool. Like it can be good, it can be fun, it can be interesting, but all depends on your expectation, money, where you're from, what you do, what you expect from the lady, what you expect from Ukraine, it's so many different things. So honestly, it's not because we don't want, but it's impossible to answer, yes, this agent, like it's so easy to say that everybody bad. It's so easy to just say that everybody around us, it's bad and not legit. There's always something good and bad, and you just need to be educated. I'm gonna be like a mean old people telling this, but it's true. It's like I do believe in that. So
and we actually cover like socials in the course and sort of how to kind of navigate through through it. If you do decide to do it, I did one. It was good fun. I mean, but yeah. So yeah, we don't mention the names of other companies, but we will say this: don't ever write letters or do paid chat. Okay, ever, because it's not real.
Yeah, these video chats, and unfortunately, I do, and we cover, like, we have a history of dating agencies, and we cover like where the girls come from, because I've been that interpreter. I've been that girl who were writing letters to the guys, unfortunately, but it was my first job. Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
You didn't tell me this.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago, but it's great. I know everything. I know how it works, and maybe this is good for somebody, but not for our guys. Our guys will not get into that.
So just gonna say, like, we're constantly evolving this product. Like it's not where we sort of what should I say? It's not where we want it. No, it's not that. But it's there's more stuff that we want to keep building for this. And like Luba said, I've been working on this like constantly through the lockdown and like rebuilding stuff or changing things based on feedback and stuff like that. So the next stage is basically the phone app. So you just better download it from the App Store and have everything on your phone.
And also, I'm thinking about helping you guys with Russian. So I think it's important. We want you guys to know something, and it's not like hello, goodbye, and saying that it's all your Russian. I want you to be super cool. I want you to come and just blow her mind away and attract her, seduce her. And first of all, you're gonna do it for yourself. Everything you do, like, and it's always what I say to the guys: you are in charge. You're coming to Ukraine, and it's like it's all up on you. And I want you to be covered. I want you to enjoy this journey so much. I want you to fall in love with Ukraine. I want you to fall in love with Belarus. I want you to go to different cities. I want you to meet new people. I want you to join some community. I've been like the guy we talked to this morning. He was planning like to come to Ukraine and stay maybe for some time. And I have many clients who staying here like for like Bill. He's staying here for 3 months in summer, and I find him job. He's doing English speaking club, and he enjoyed so much because he's doing something useful for other people. Like he got like just a tiny amount of money, and like for him it doesn't matter, like he just give it like then to the orphans, but he feels so special because they wait for him, Mr. Bill, they wait for him, and he's doing this speaking clubs. And then some people just hire him to have a conversational English that is like rare to find here, and they want to practice. And so I always want you guys to find something for you. Finding wife, it's great, but I want you to come to Ukraine, not just for that.
So that pretty much wraps it up. So that's the whole thing. The Heart Rocket fixes all the problems that are out there. And the sad thing is that like these agencies, like they see like so much money that comes in, and like some of them are turning over like hundreds of millions of dollars. A lot of it's through obviously letter writing and stuff like that. But even the ones that that aren't, that are doing these other ones, it's such a money grab, really, and it's a potluck whether there's going to be any success stories. We want to make it so that everything you do, really, it's like you've chosen the right option for you, like making sure you have dates set up before you come here, because I just think that coming all the way here and not knowing who the ladies are, if they are interested in you or not, like, doesn't that just make so much sense? Like, if anyone thinks that doing it blindly is a better option than that, there's something seriously wrong. But that, unfortunately, is what a lot of people are doing. So that's pretty much.
Milan, очень хочет. Milan is asking why you don't want to speak Russian. I said that you want, you really want, like you're doing well. Soon,
I'm doing well.
Striker gonna impress you all.
Cool. Okay. That's pretty much it. That's how.
Yeah. Do you have any more questions? Like, do you want? By the way, we were like about traveling bans and about this stuff. Belarus was never closed, and Belarus, their borders are open. And we thought that, wow, here we come, we can announce that, and we can say to the guys, go to Belarus. But unfortunately, for now, and I don't think that it's gonna stay long enough. I don't think it will be for a long time. You can travel to Belarus, but you have to stay on self-isolation for 2 weeks if you come there. This is a bad news, but borders are open, and it means that maybe in some time, this quarantine gonna be over, and you will be able to come there, and we will navigate you, and we will maybe even take you there. So we'll see how it will goes, because we're active. Of course, we want to do something, and same as you, we want to help you out. And summer is coming. Striker was just asking like if Arcadia gonna open. Of course, like everybody is ready to go out and just enjoy life, but we need to be cautious. Of course, we want to be healthy, and we wish you to stay healthy and safe. But anyway, as soon as Kyle, but as soon as we're gonna know anything about Belarus, there are gonna be any option to travel, we will let you know.
Okay. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, really, like there's one of my clients, he was planning to come in April, and of course it was the flight was canceled, and then he just he said that he's coming 6th of July. For now, he's like confident, like they changed his tickets for July, and I don't think that it will be possible to come at that time, but at least he has tickets right now, and airlines change his ticket for these particular dates. So about Indian guys, black guys from different race, different different cultures. Honestly, I don't know, really, it's maybe not modest to say, but I don't think that $65 is such a big investment for yourself to talk to me, and where I will see you. It's not that I'm going to judge you, but I will ask you certain questions, and I will be able to know you better, and I will be able to give you honest answer. Trust me, I'm not the person like Striker. Give me that security that I now not really scared that, I will be honest, because before I was kind of like, I thought that, oh, maybe I will offend this person, because I was recently have a call with a guy, and he's Asian guy, a younger guy, he's in his 30s, and we talked with him, and I realized that, it's not his place. He's not gonna, like, Ukraine is just not there was like a lot of different little bits, not just because he's Asian, a lot of different bits that just not feel right for Ukraine. And then I give him another option in another country, and he was talking to me, and he was like, really, I didn't even think about that. Wow. So, I can't, I don't know you. I just see your name there. You ask this question third time. Just call me. I will be super happy to talk to you. Call me and I will answer. I will let you know. I will let you know what to do. I promise. And, there are so many guys who are losing weight after talking to me, who are doing their haircuts, grooming themselves, making sure that they have better clothes. Maybe it sounds rude, but if you ask me, I promise you, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I want you to be the best version of yourself. And it's how it will be.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm losing it a little bit. So, ready? I'm waiting for your call. I remember you. Is it safe for Americans to travel to Russia? Of course, if you're not gonna like run around with the flags and like try to be aggressive, it is safe. You need visa, and like one thing I heard, but again, it's not confirmed. They're gonna say that maybe they're gonna be a little bit different visa regulations about traveling and etc. after the quarantine. So we don't know yet about that, but you do need visa, and some of my clients went there and was completely fine. And it's interesting to see, but again, like depends where you go, where you stay, and etc. But I would like, if you're thinking about Russia, I think that Belarus can be an easier option because like it not require as much as like getting the visa to Russia. And also the ladies there are a little bit more modest, I would think, because in Russia, especially like if you go to Moscow, then as I said, like Kiev is a tough place for the guys to go, and Moscow can be even more because the girls are very high maintenance, how you call it.
Yeah.
Okay, Rodney Podesta, please, like, you're welcome. We will be happy to finally see you. You've been on all our videos. We like our followers and like the guys who are always with us. So please contact us. Just let's finish with the. Milan said, I'm half Chinese, never had an issue in Ukraine. I had bad things. It depends, like Michael, what you want. Like you want to send a gift from US, or you want to order something and like delivery. I just don't know. If there's a delivery, then no problem. If you want to send by some service, then like just if you send it by regular post, it can take like up to 2 months. If you send it by UPS or FedEx or DHL, it's gonna be much faster, but it's gonna cost a lot. So it's up to you. But UPS seems like the cheapest one usually.
If you're sending gifts, like if it's something that you can get online, you'd be best to buy it online. And
yeah, if it is something.
It. But that would be my thing. But
definitely.
Could you start to have an interview? Could you start to have an interview individually with us and putting our files together for coming over to you? Yeah, for sure. That's kind of what we've been doing with the guys over here. So that have joined up with Heart Rocket. We then work with them and we suggest which agencies that they should go to, and what's the best plan based on who they are. So we don't just say, here's the course, or see you later. We work and try and understand the guy and, what's going to be the best option for him. So yeah, of course, that's the whole idea.
Rodney, I love your Russian. Thank you very much. Guys, every time I hear something in Russian from you guys, it brings me a smile, and I really, really appreciate it. Know that your lady gonna really love it, because for her it's important. For her, it actually means that you care. You care about her, you care about your country, you care about, be able to communicate with her and her friends and maybe some relatives. So well done on everybody who do even a bit. I know that Russian is a tough language, but I really, really appreciate it and admire all your efforts. About John Wilson, about going to Kiev, again, it's not like, don't think that I try to like sell my cause. I don't, but I do believe that for each guy I can recommend the right city to go. And to be honest with you, it's rarely when I can tell that Kiev is just your city. I think that there are better options for the guys, especially if you live in a smaller city. And it depends like who you're looking for, what kind of lady, what age, what do you want her to do. Sometimes
what's your lifestyle like as well?
What your lifestyle looks like. So John, sometimes Kiev is not the best option, and money wise as well. Because for example, when I went to Poltava, for example, like my clients were really laughing, but I bought 3 pair of shoes there because they was like really 3 times cheaper than in US. In Odessa, absolutely same ones, but they were just cheaper there. So if you have a limited budget, I think that it's possible to work out even for your budget and have a good trip.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a budget or limiting what you're going to
It's
spend.
great. I mean, it's not like great, but at least like I think it's better when the guys don't have a budget and then they spend on their credit card, and then when they come home they get upset. They get So of course, if you have a budget and you want to stay on that, it's great.
But also realize that it does cost money. This is not, you have to have money to do it, and you have to have money afterwards to go through the whole way. Maybe you fail, maybe you got to come back, whatever. So you have to have money to do it. But there's nothing wrong with saying, well, I don't want to spend 10 grand on a trip, because, well, if you don't have to, why not? So there's nothing wrong with limiting the amount of money you spend.
Yeah. So guys, heartrocket.com, we're there for you anytime. And we will be happy if we talk to you, get to know you better. Of course, for us, it's always very pleasant to see who subscribe to us, who watching us, who following us. And we hope that this video was useful for you. And just wait for updates. It's going to be soon.
Yeah, and we've got Monday, we've got...
we'll go to the center because everything is...
And then next Saturday, we've got a guest on.
Oh, it's a very, very interesting.
Blow your mind. This is an incredible story.
It's almost like not a superstar, but it's like a star in a dating videos over there.
I don't know, but he's an interesting. You won't find this, chatting to someone live like him, whatever. You know what I mean? Cool. Okay. I guess we'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, and put your likes and comment, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.